India today denied firing of shots at the line of actual control where the Indian and Chinese troops have been engaged in a standoff for over 3 months, sources in the government said, hours after the People's Liberation Army accused the Indian troops of illegally crossing the border at the shore of the Godpao mountain area and firing the warning shots. This comes 2 days after the defense ministers of India and China met in Moscow and 2 days ahead of the scheduled meeting between the foreign ministers. These are serious military provocations of a very bad nature, PLA's Western Theatre Command spokesperson Colonel Zhang Shuili said. Shuili, in a statement published by the military's official news website early on Tuesday, said that the Chinese border guards took countermeasures to stabilize the situation. The statement did not make clear what those measures were or whether Chinese troops also fired warning shots. Ahead of his expected talk with Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi in Moscow, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Monday said that the state of the border with China cannot be de-linked from the state of the overall relationship with the neighboring country. The External Affairs Ministers also described the situation in eastern Ladakh as very serious, which he said calls for a very deep conversation between the two sides at a political level. Jaishankar was speaking at an interactive session by the Indian Express newspaper. The state of the border cannot be de-linked from the state of relationship. Jaishankar is set to meet Wang Yi on September 10 in Moscow on the sidelines of the meeting of the foreign ministers of the 8-nation Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The Enforcement Directorate on Monday arrested Deepak Kochhar, husband of former ICICI Bank CEO and MD Chanda Kochhar, in connection with the ICICI Bank-Videocon money laundering case probe. They said that Deepak Kochhar was arrested in Mumbai under section of Prevention of Money Laundering Act and the agency is expected to produce him before a local court on Tuesday to seek his custody. Officials also said that Deepak Kochhar was placed under arrest as the agency wants to put him under custodial interrogation to obtain more details about some fresh evidence gathered in this case that was filed under the criminal sections of the anti-money laundering law in January last year. The ED had filed its case after studying an FIR registered by the CBI against the couple, Videocon Group promoter Venugopal Dhoot and others. Shivsena MP Priyanka Chaturvedi and National Women's Commission Chief Rekha Sharma crossed swords on Twitter today over a woman from Uttarakhand who alleged that she was forced to settle a sexual harassment complaint by the state police. At the heart of the dispute was a blazing political row that started with actor Kangana Ranaut's negative remarks about Mumbai police and Sena leader Sanjay Raut's slur for her that drew backlash on Sunday. The trouble started when Priyanka Chaturvedi, the Sena's deputy leader and Rajya Sabha MP, had tagged a screenshot of a tweet about the Uttarakhand woman to Rekha Sharma. Rekha Sharma reacted sharply, pointing out that the police have filed a case. She said, unlike many cases in Maharashtra where victims are struggling to get an FIR done, in this case, police have filed a complaint. India reported 75,809 COVID-19 cases and more than 1,000 virus-related deaths in last 24 hours, the Health Ministry data showed. Though daily cases saw a decline as India was reporting over 90,000 cases for 2 consecutive days, the country reported its highest increase in the number of COVID-related deaths compared to July 23 when 1,129 fatalities were reported. The total number of cases in India, which is now the second most affected nation in the world, has reached 42,80,000. About 8.83 lakh cases in the country are still active, which is the 20.9% of the total cases, and the recovery rate stood at 77.6% as of this morning.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.